I see this wall breaking down, and I saw a flooding. I see it breaking news. I see flooding. I see houses. I see closure of roads because of I see a bursting of something like a dam. I don't know if this thing is a dam or reservoir, but something that contains water. I'm seeing it bursting and causing flooding. We are going to continue to pray.
All right, let's look at neighboring Mozambique now. That's also been grappling with heavy rains that continue to wreak havoc there in the country, prone to flooding during this time of year. Now, infrastructure having been damaged by torrential rains, also strong waters also engulfing rivers as well as swollen dams. Mudslides have also affected some residential areas' economic activity.
On the 11th of January 2026, during a live broadcast, the man of God, Prophet Segullah Monyeki, released a solemn prophetic warning. In this revelation, he spoke about impending floods that would be caused by the blasting and collapse of a dam wall. He urged viewers to take the warning seriously, to pray. This prophecy was delivered with clarity and urgency as a call for awareness and intercession. Let us now watch and reflect on the prophecy.
What we call a dam wall, a dam wall, a dam wall. I saw it breaking. I saw a flooding happening that was not caused by rain. I saw a flooding, but this flooding was not caused by rain. Yes, the rivers may be full because of rain, but the flooding was like the best of a dam wall. When I look at this, it is like a dam wall. Is this a reservoir? I see a blasting of water that is going to cause flooding. And this flooding is going to affect road, houses. But when I look at it, it's like a bursting of it, something like a dam wall. So I see this wall breaking down, and I saw a flooding. I see it breaking news. I see flooding. I see houses. I see closure of roads because of I see a bursting of something like a dam wall. I don't know if this thing is a dam wall or reservoir, but something that contains water. I'm seeing it bursting and causing flooding. We are going to continue to pray.
Just as the man of God prophesied, the nation of Mozambique later experienced severe and devastating flooding. This occurred after one of its major dams, which receives water from several interconnected and neighboring countries, suffered a catastrophic collapse. The Macaratane Dam gave way, releasing massive volumes of water that affected communities, infrastructure, and livelihoods. This event stood as a striking confirmation of the prophetic warning that had been released earlier, highlighting the accuracy of the prophecy. Let's watch.
Right, let's look at neighboring Mozambique now. That's also been grappling with heavy rains that continue to wreak havoc there in the country, prone to flooding during this time of year. Now, infrastructure having been damaged by torrential rains, also strong waters also engulfing rivers as well as swollen dams. Mudslides have also affected some residential areas' economic activities, likely to be affected due to roads being severely damaged. And of course, let's now look at this particular story in greater detail, looking at some of the parts that have been hit and how the country is processing what is currently taking place. Let's have a conversation now. Wilka Daya, activist and executive director of the Decide platform in Mozambique, joining us live this evening. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. Give us a sense of how things are looking.
Good evening. So we are living one worst situation, and maybe tomorrow and after tomorrow we will see the same situation. For now, we have 8 deaths, victims of this floods in different regions in Mozambique, in particular in the south in Maputo. Gaza is the most affected area. Gaza, we have one dam are damaged. The water are destroyed. The Macarat dam. It's in the video. You can see in the video. So it's because they received the water from the different parts of the interland countries. But we have the same situation in Sofala province. The principal reason Sofala, it's one of the most affected area during these all times in Mozambique, this time of the year. So we have people, the national street the first time are we don't have access. We saw during the 3 or 4 days left the same situation. Right now we have the critical condition to the cars traffic right now, and in Maputo city, Maputo province, most particular in the the residential sites. We have a lot of water, and we have so many people displaced at this moment. So this is the first view of the situation in Mozambique. And for the rescue people, we have some complications because we don't have some mechanisms to try to rescue the people. We have one example in Mapai, for example, in the Gaza province. We have 68 people who need to be saved by the authorities, but we don't have conditions. For example, one helicopter, we don't have helicopter to rescue that people.
According to reports, 128 families have been confirmed to be affected by this disaster, with many displaced and left vulnerable. Authorities have indicated that the number is still expected to increase as assessments continue and more areas are reached. This tragic situation highlights the seriousness of the event.
Has the official death toll been released, and how many people are currently displaced? Do you know?
Yes, we have more than 128 I think 128,000 people displaced at this moment, or are suffering with this floods at this moment in Mozambique.
In conclusion, these events serve as a sobering reminder of the power and accuracy of prophetic warnings and the importance of spiritual discernment in our times. What was spoken during the live broadcast came to pass, calling nations and individuals alike to take heed, remain prayerful, and respond with compassion to those affected. As we reflect on this prophecy and its fulfillment, let it strengthen our faith, awaken our responsibility to pray, and inspire us to support and stand with the families and communities impacted by this tragedy.